Good evening, all. So, welcome to Life Made Up of Questions. Today, we are having our beloved guest, Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna. So, I would like to invite you, sir, to this forum for this interactive session. It's my pleasure and privilege to have him today. So, I will be just giving a brief introduction about him. Dr. Manpreet Singh Manna has come with more than 2 decades of glorious and versatile experience in the spheres of research, education, and administration. Presently working as the Associate Professor, SLIET, Longowal, deemed university established by Government of India. All while he carries on in the pursuit of his personal engineering education, research projects, as well as handling national and international assignments in the field of education. His prime areas of interest being smart grid, renewable energy sources, electric vehicles, and electrical machinery. He has significant contributions through various approaches, such as directly supervising PhD students, having acquired a grant of total of 20 patents, 6 of which has been granted and 14 are published, as well as publishing over 152 publications of research and review papers published in international and national journals, conferences, IEEE, AICTE, ACEE, IEEE, IET, etc. He delivered more than 500 expert invited talks throughout country outside India on the area of massive open source courses, that is a MOOC, then curriculum development, accreditation, energy management, data science, artificial intelligence, etc. Also on board as member for national and international bodies, fellow ISQEM, that is International Safety Quality Environment Management Association, UK, senior member IETA, International Engineering and Technology Institute, Hong Kong, senior member IEEE chair, Delhi Section Photonics Society, Chapter Rajasthan, EXCOM member Prakash Bharati, Consortium of IEEE Photonics Society Chapters of India, International Advisory Panel for IEMT, life member of the International Association of Engineers, Indian Institute of Technical Education, Fellow Institute of Engineers, India, and many more. Recently, as senior member IEEE, he has organized different webinars across different institutes of India, mainly in the states of Punjab and Haryana, Himachal. He has been invited as guest of honor and keynote speaker on various prestigious conferences, faculty development programs, and webinars. With some long years of rich experience in education and administration, he was appreciated by internationally and nationally recognized entities through awards of appreciation on the lines of outstanding contribution in education during Education Excellence Conclave, June 2021 by Ministry of Ayush, Excellent Speaker Award 2020 by WSIS 2020 in association with UNESCO, UNCATD, Geneva, Switzerland, ISTE Best Teacher Award for the Chapter 2020, Editor Choice Education Award Excellence 2019 from Chairman NBA during the Dialogue India Academia Award, Taj Dubai, President Award, Commendation Award 2017 from Sri Pranab Mukherjee, the Honorable President of India during the launch of SWAYAM platform. Exceptional Leaders of Excellence 2017, the prestigious Women Economic Forum, and substantially more. Along his journey as an educationist, teaching and developing strategies in order to organize around many faculty development programs, workshops, seminars, in turn delivering a far greater, richer learning experience to faculty and students. He continued to derive his inspiration to play his role as best possible as by joining and remaining active with establishments such as Director, AICTE India, in charge of the NEQIP cell for implementation of AICTE Northeast Quality Improvement Program scheme, in charge of SWAYAM project cell for development of SWAYAM platform for hosting MOOC courses within the timeline given by Ministry of Education, Director, Prime Minister's Special Scholarship Scheme. During his stay in AICTE, handled more than 250 crores project in education sector, visiting faculty at Asian Institute of Technology, Bangkok, Thailand, and international intergovernmental organization, deputed through Government of India, attending conferences around the globe and consistently reviewing large numbers of educational journals. He has written 3 books and many chapters of international standard books, edited 1 exclusive book for faculty entitled Higher Education, Faculty, Career Orientation and Advancement, released by Secretary, Higher Education, Ministry of Education, and Chairman, AICTE in 2017. It was proud moment for him to delivering a special talk on Swayam MOOC during International Panel of United Nations Commission on Science and Technology for Development at UNO headquarters Geneva in 2017. He could successfully conduct Smart India Hackathon, the first and biggest ever students event in India during the aegis of Ministry of Education, having support as many as 25 ministries and government departments across the country, and also lead the delegation from India with invitation from BRICS International Forum and Ministry of Energy Russia at Moscow during Energy Week of Russia in 2018. He visited the countries like USA, Switzerland, Russia, Thailand, Singapore, Dubai, and China to chair the sessions for invited talks, presenting papers, and on teaching assignments, etc. So this is a brief as well as very long profile. There are many more add-ons to be added in the coming years with our prestigious guest today. So as I have mentioned, I consider it's a great privilege and pleasure having him to share his experience, his vast experience in education, as well as research, then as a director of AICTE, implementing all the MOOC courses. So on behalf of Life Made Up of Questions, I once again welcome you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me here.
Yes. So starting, I would like to start with the question that nowadays we are all familiar with the MOOC courses, that is massive open source online courses. Lot of courses are available, like Swayam, NPTEL, then Coursera. A lot of courses are available for students as well as faculty or any enthusiastic person who is not related with the field also. They can also have a look on the emerging technology. So my question towards you, sir, what is the importance of these MOOC courses in the current scenario when long back it was not implemented? Then after implementation, what are the changes according to you?
Yes, when I'm going to talk about this massive open online courses and how come the Swayam came in picture, it's a scenario all over the world. When we talk about that today's education and tomorrow's learning, it cannot be fetched only with the one-way traffic. One-way traffic in the sense, we used to see in our classroom system happening from last many years. Although it was not the Gurukul Maryada style, that was a different, but we made it like a one-way traffic. Teacher comes, delivers for 60 minutes without sensing the faces, without sensing their grasping or their inclination or their interest. And I think half of the time teacher is looking towards to the blackboard. They're writing the equations of mathematics and drawing some big diagrams. I still remember in some schools, some inspector came and he wanted to know who's the mathematics teacher from the students. They said, sir, okay, let them to be stand on the opposite side. We can recognize only from the back, not from the face, because our math teacher are always looking to the board to write the equations. That is the point. Second thing, you ask any student who's a youngster, they are more active during night time, 9:30 onwards, 10 o'clock onwards. They are watching Netflix, they are watching a Prime, they are watching this, that. They're active. Mentally, they're active. And morning, you ask them to take a first class, most of the students are absent in the class because they are late going to the bed and late risers. Although it should not be also the part. I do agree, because as per our Granthas and Shastras, we supposed to have the early morning risers. So Surya Namaskara and all this. Third thing, we are going to the autonomous side. We develop the deemed universities. We are coming up with the university system. In the university system, neither the question paper comes from the outside, neither evaluation happened outside. So it is a one-man show. Teacher says, I am the teacher. Forget it what the curriculum is mentioned in the curriculum booklet. What I am teaching you, just get it. What I am expecting you, just write in the notebook or your answer sheets, like a vomiting. What I am just giving you, just vomit it. And I'm only to give you the grades. You don't have to go here and there. Those no re-evaluation, no retotaling, because it's a university system and it's a deemed system, autonomous. So students could not get sometimes a justice in an evaluation, in a teaching learning, or in a peers learning mode. All these solutions, if you are going to be connect with some kind of a blended mode of teaching and learning, like a hybrid mode with the offline as well as online, students are free to understand. Today, you're recording this, my session. If some of the students would like to understand more precisely what exactly I'm saying, they will stop, rewind, replay again and again, making notes of it. And still they say, oh, what Dr. Manna spoken, I think I should understand in Kannada. They can transfer this whole conversation through MP3, through different translations. But the classroom lecture cannot be recorded, cannot be rewind, cannot be replayed. And many students do shy to ask, sir, can you explain in my regional language what you are saying? Because I'm not good in English, but you are teaching in English for 60 minutes. I got fed up. I got stuck. So they are coming empty stomach. They are going empty stomach. So that was the solution for the massive open online courses. Yes, you do give respect to your teacher in a class. Let the teacher's ego to be satisfied that you're giving respect. You come to the class, you sit with the peers and learn a lot many things like cultures, traditions, languages, of course, harmony. But at the same time, when you want the competency in your topic, you want your personalized learning, you can go through this kind of platforms like a SWAM, where you can have your own time with your own pace, because some are the slow learners like Theresa Meeper, some are the fast learners. They can understand in a second of minute, or some they want repetition and repetition, but they do shy to open in a class that I am not good in writing, I'm not good in listening, I'm not good in reading. Because at the end of the day, we all are the human being. We have the different ways. So these are solutions. This is the very less I have spoken. I think the whole day will be less if I talk about the MOOCs features, salient features, how we are going to give it to the broader way to the learners, the prospective. Yeah.
Yeah, because on your profile it is mentioned like delivering special talk on SWAM MOOCs. That's why I mainly mentioned this topic on first. So your position as director of AICTE, you was the Northeast Quality Improvement Program scheme in charge of SWAM projects. So during the tenure, what was your experience? What all changes you are able to implement in the education sector?
Whenever you start something new, anywhere, not only in India, there is always a resistance, and resistance from the different side. The very first resistance comes from the community. That is a mindset. I think you also must be agree with me. When early 60s, the computers used to be come to my country, India, to replace some kind of, manual work which has been done by the human. So there was a big hue and cry from the different corporates and union trades. They said, you are going to eat away our jobs if you are going to replace with the computers. And today's scenario is that you ask any parents, what you want to be wish for your son and daughter. They said the first choice is a computer science engineering or a BCA or something related to the computers. What is that? Jobs gone or manifold jobs has been enhanced. Today we are looking AI experts. Today we are looking blockchain experts. Today we are looking computer experts, because all these jobs has been done by the human being, but of course through computers. Similarly, when I started this journey for the MOOCs, I got so many emails from the faculty, my colleagues, my friends. You being a teacher, you are replacing teacher with the online content. Then I used to write a reply. My dear friend, if I'm replacing with the SWAM content, who is coming on a SWAM? Is that any alien is coming from any other universe or planet? Or is my own teacher, my country teacher will come to the screen to teach my learners? And why you are teaching only the 60,000 maximum students in your lifetime? Can't you teach 60 lakh students with the help of this online content delivery? As per the today's scenario, my country gross enrollment ratio is 28%. Even being, we have the highest number of universities in this world. 924 universities we have, 56,000 plus institutions for the higher education we have 28% gross enrollment ratio. If you want to achieve the National Education Policy 2020's goal to make it a 50% by 2030, do you think it is a viable with the same infrastructure? If it is already university and students are not coming there because of geographical conditions, maybe financial conditions, maybe some other parameters, how will achieve this target of gross enrollment ratio of 50% without any blended mode, without any MOOCs? So that's what I started this journey. There is a pressure. the pressure from the faculty side. Then there was a pressure from the other side also. Because when you are talking about the online teaching and learning, and if you are not able to give the internet facility, the connections, the gadgets, the devices to my learners, especially those are in the rural area, I think we can't make it a viable. So while selecting the technology, I had a discussions, long pending discussions were there with the Microsoft, because Microsoft was the agency to whom given this, whole concept by Government of India to procure the platform, to develop the platform. I asked them, please make sure that every video should be streamed on 2G also. And there should be a proper cloud system that nobody's required their own pen drive or something. It's just like streaming and in a very easy way, because sometimes students traveling in a university bus and he has a data pack. So he should not lose his data pack for the whole session. For whole day he has to use and he's going to attend one lecture. That was the second scenario and second challenge. Yes, we met it out for that. What was the third challenge? Asking today's teacher who has written so many books, who has around more than 20 years of experience. But when he or she comes before the camera, they brings the written material with them. They don't know how to face the screen. The 3Ds, the delivery, the discussions, and of course, their digital curriculum. That was the biggest challenge. We tried 3,000 introductory videos of 3 minutes of teachers, and we could selected only 15 out of them. And you can see SWAM's initial days stuff, how bad it is. I should not say, because classroom recording, simple classroom. If it is a simple classroom recording, how you're expecting your student will migrate from the edX to or other kind of platforms? Those are very highly paid, in dollars. And we want to give solutions to the students free of cost. SWAM was free of cost earlier 2 years. There is not even a charges for the examination also. Later on, we started a charges, I think 1,100, not more than that, for just appearing for exam. Content is totally free. You can take a content as much as you want from SWAM, but you want the certification to get credit in your degree, in your diploma, as per the government's notification, Gazette notification. 20% credits can be transferred in your regular program. Now it's a 40% rather, as per the latest UGC notification after COVID, post-COVID. Like, means you have total 160 credits a degree. You can earn around 64 credits from SWAM. Reason? Most of the institutions, including IITs and NITs, there is a faculty shortage. 38% faculty shortage we recorded sometimes in 3 years back. And when there is a faculty shortage, you hardly have a teacher for the core courses. And what happens to the electives? I'll give you the time. When I was doing a degree in 1993, I passed out from Mysore University, Mandya, PS College of Engineering, Mandya. There was 7 electives list. I tick one subject. I thought, oh, this is one cup of my tea. But the HOD says, whole class has to take only one subject out of 7 because we have only one faculty member. It means that all we are going in a single marriage palace. Somebody wants to go to R&D, somebody wants to go to industry, somebody wants to go to abroad, somebody wants to become a UPSC qualified IAS officer. We have the different aspirations. Then what is the use of open electives, department electives, if you do not have the resources? So these are solutions we wanted to get it. And the challenge was development of the content, delivery of the content, and still there is a challenge. That is the online proctor examination. During this 2 years of program, if every university claimed that we have completed our credentials of the learners through online, you will not find a single student get failed. And you'll find even a 4 years supplementary exam also being cleared in a single shot. Because this online evaluation is not that evaluation, which is supposed to be biometric enabled, which is supposed to be invigilation free, or that environment. We have to create, but challenges are always there. But the journey was very difficult, and I could move further because of my complete team support, the support from the ministry, support from my chairman AICTE, so that we were moving ahead. More than 6,000 functionality I could bring in a SWAM, to be select your course, to enroll your course, to find your videos, to submit your assignments, to get your quizzes to be solved, and even translations. Today you will find many translated Skype tutors available, that videos available on SWAM. You want to learn Python in Oriya, you want to learn Python in Maharashtra, Marathi, or you want to learn in Python in Kannada, you can learn just by clicking the video and listening the regional language. So whenever you start something new, of course, out of the box, yes, challenges are there, resistance are there, but you have to move. Then only you can give solutions to the society.
Yes, sir, exactly. As you have mentioned, the quality can be distributed with the help of these MOOC courses. The quality of teachers can be utilized throughout without any urban-rural classification, as well as you have given an example of your life also, like choosing an elective. That's a reality, as you have mentioned. So everyone can choose their own personal interest towards the subjects to get an additional information. So it was a innovative implementation of the MOOC courses, which is now running so successfully, helping a lot of students in this area. So that's a great achievement. And regarding the accreditation, as we know now, all the institutes are focusing on the accreditation. So you are in the accreditation also. So what is the real use of this accreditation, whether it's NAC, NBA, department-wise, then ISO? So what is the main objective of this accreditation?
Yeah, I think sometimes some of the university faculty or maybe even the management, they do misconceptualize this or misinterpret it. Basically, the National Board of Accreditation or National Accreditation Assessment Council, which has been constituted by UGC and NBA from the AICTE, as per the Washington Accord, which we have signed, it was mandated by that accord that the regulatory and the accreditatory bodies should be separate, autonomous bodies. Reason is very simple. Being AICTE, being UGC, we are regulating your courses, your seats, your curriculum, and of course your flow, how to be institution should be look like infra point of view and the resources point of view. But how we can assure that the quality teaching learning is happening over there? And more or less, it is your self-disclosures. We never come as an inspector. We never come as an inspection body. We are the peers. We are the mentors. We are the, one kind of a peers team do come, and the criteria of criteria 1 to criteria 7 in a SAR or criteria 1 to criteria 10 in SSR. We want to understand what is that. Do we have the curriculum revised timely? Do we have the syllabi out of the box thinking? Do we have the good number of electives given, or skill development, employability index, happiness index, so that the today's learners should feel like he or she is in the today's era of education system. Oh, they should not look it to the outside country to go and get their bread and butter solution through the education system. And if we are understanding from that, what kind of faculty do you have? You have a faculty from last 7 years, but they have not published a single paper. They could not written a single chapter. If they are not updating themselves, they have not attended a short-term course. If they have not attended any conference, how they are improving themselves, how they are updating themselves. This is what the criteria says. You see all the criteria, qualitative matrices and quantitative matrices, more or less when you start filling, you will start doing your brainstorming your institute itself. Oh, we are missing something. What is that? No, we do not have the smart classroom. We do not have the ICT enabled teaching learning. That's why we are not getting admissions. Oh, our results declared 40 days late. Our results declared 2 months late because we have smartly asked you the result declaration date. We asked you total number of applications received, how many males, females, and of course, infra point of view. Do we have CCTV cameras? Do we have a common room? Do we have the lush green campus? We have the green audit, water management audit, energy audit, and the 7th criteria. Why so? We want you to save your energy. Don't you have a solar? Then what you are doing? You should have a solar, 25% from solar. Oh, you don't have the plants. How you are making your institution pollution free or carbon emission free? So these all parameters just to make aware the management, faculty, and the staff that where you are living, it should be most happening place so in your country or in your mind or in your life, so that the students should come to be get something betterment for them. This is what the accreditation. And we never say if you are not accredited, we are going to make you some penalizing. Yes, but now, as per the NEP 2020, by 2025, we are expecting that most of the institutions should be get accredited. Those are 7 years old. Those are not young. Even for young, they can go for provisional NAC also. Even 2 years old student, provisional NAC. The reason is very simple. With this accreditation, once we will get confidence being a regulator, oh, you are accredited, please take this grant, research grant. Please take this NIR ranking, improve your admissions. Please take this seed money for the conferences, paper publications, etc. But this, so many avenues are going to be open to the faculty, to the institution, to the student, because they have proven that they are quality assured. Basically, it's a quality assurance. This is called the accreditation. And now we are talking about the QS ranking. Why it is important? Earlier it was not important. NEP 2020 says internationalization. What is that internationalization? If the foreigner university wants to come to India, they will not come physically. We are not allow them to be open their campus itself here. Because what happens to my country's university? They already spend the crores of fund to establish, and nearby you are going to open the Harvard. My all students will go there. Who will come to join my university? So we will die. And we are talking about make in India. How it can be make in India? No. So government said, let the foreigner universities to come India, but for the twinning program, dual degree system, the MOUs, collaborations, but with whom? Those are accredited. Those do match with their standards, the curriculum, the delivery pattern, the evaluation pattern. That's what the QS ranking is there. And recently QS ranking, I could find the 4 universities could get a place in first 1,000 ranks. And around our 17, including IITs or ISC, Bengaluru and Amrita like universities, they could come to the first early ranks. So they are always welcome to invite the Stanford here, to Oxford here. There's no hitch. And same case for NAC A++. If you have a NAC A++, you can start ODL. That is online distance learning. Let your courses to be given to Afghanistan, to Vietnam, to Japan, to Bangkok. Let other country students, without coming to India, they can take our curriculum, they can take our degrees. It's a revenue generation, and it's a huge country. We should give this education system not only for my country, India, for 135 crores. I think we should think for all 700 crores available in this universe. So this is what the accreditation speaks.
Yeah, because NEP 2020 is a great vision actually, which need to be implemented with the support of all institutions.
Absolutely.
So then our country will be in another dimension. We can, it's a good vision actually, which is going to happen. So as per your area of interest, like electric vehicles, renewable energy sources, I mean, now, as Sir has mentioned earlier, now most of the students are interested in taking computer science or the allied branches. What are the core branches like electrical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering? Then we had a revolution of electronics and communication engineering from this. So in the current scenario, what is your opinion regarding these core branches?
Basically, I never go particular for any branch suggestions. I'll tell you one thing. It is like a sine wave. If you see from last 50 years, whenever we got a big recession in electronics and communication, the same times we could find the IT was on the top. But today there is no IT anywhere. Of course, computer science is there, and some educating technologies, new branches have come up like AI, ML, etc. But the core branches like electrical, mechanical, and civil, all we known as mother branches in engineering and technology. I'm talking, other than pharmacy and of course law, they have their own taste. They have their own nomenclature as well as their. So these branches always to be a mother branches. Whatever the specializations are coming further, nomenclatures. And recently, if you observe that AICTE have created a baskets. Earlier, it was a big mess up. You know, if I have done instrumentation and control, I could not get a job in a government being electrical engineers. They said you get equivalency. There is a big problem with the equivalency to get instrumentation and electrical and instrumentation, electronics and instrumentation. So they have created a basket. At the end of the day, this basket, the nomenclatures, all they comes. Suppose today I'll say computer machine learning, artificial intelligence, and deep learning. If these are the BTechs, end of the day, they fall under the computer science and engineering. The students will get the computer science engineering degree with the specialization of this area. And now we started a new concept, that's a minor degree or degree with honors. So these kind of the specializations can cover in the minor degree or the honors. Yes, but in a broader way, computer science and engineering is still have a life for a long. Reason is the computerization, the automation in the pace which is coming. But at the same time, if you do not have a person who to connect the connections like electrical engineer, if you do not have the person a mechanical to be make your chassis and body of the your automobile like electric vehicle, so I don't think that only algorithm will run the car or only your codes will run the car. So we equally required a mechanical, civil, electrical engineers along with the recent trends, engineering branches, of course, your automation, metallurgy, biomedical, etc. And I don't find any branch has a significance. I'll tell you, it's a learner's perspective. It's a learner's capacity. Today, if you will see the USA scenario, Facebook, Google, just Google out. You see the IT experts sitting in the US, they passed out in a chemical engineering from India, are there from IITs. They've done the chemical. They are not joined the paper mill or chemical industry. What they're doing? They're doing miracles in IT. So basically the engineering gives the mind development. The 4 years of a peers learning, the engineering learning, you get the technology taste, you get the attitude, you get the aptitude, and rest within 6 months of online courses, you can be master of any field nowadays. It's a very easy to be make sense of that, particularly for this kind of learning like artificial intelligence or Python or all this. So all branches have the equal significance. If you do passionately and you have a smart goal with you, I think all branches are equally paid as per my see.
Yeah, that's a good vision, like 4 years of paving the good platform, which can end in many multi-story building, like different dimensions we can choose. Whatever it may be, it is the passion ultimately. So, sir, recently ICT has gone for regional language, implementation of regional language in technical education. So what is your personal suggestion as well as your overall suggestion regarding this, as you are a part of ICT?
Yes, this was the time of debate when I was there, and I tell you, being a director administration also, I was handling the Department of Hindi. It's a mandatory department in every government, central government offices. And I was attending one meeting headed by Rijuji, he was a Ministry of State, and they scolded me and as well as UGC Secretary Sandhu Saab. What happened? Why you have not implemented Hindi in that way as we have decided in the 10th World Convention? I said, sir, I spoken in Hindi. Sir, Hindi से प्यार करवाना है कि हिंदी थोपनी है? अगर हिंदी से प्यार करवाना है तो हिंदी ऐसे शुरू नहीं कर सकते. पहले हिंदी का पाठ्यक्रम आएगा, पाठ्यचर्या आएगा, हिंदी का विद्वान आएगा, द शिक्षक. जब तक आपको हिंदी पढ़ाने वाला टीचर नहीं मिलेगा, किताब नहीं मिलेगी, तो आप हिंदी में करिकुलम नहीं स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. Simply by deciding and implementing as a policy of government, it never get implemented many times. Policies never have a lacunas, but sometimes policy, if we have not looked into the grassroots level and we build the policy sitting in an AC room, sometimes it gets the challenges. Regional languages we are giving a content in the regional languages really good, no doubt at all. But from which level we have to start? I think school education. Because today's scenario, you ask any kid at your home, they never watch the dreams in English. They watch the dream at night in the regional language, in their mother tongue. Morning, they translate you in English if you want to listen them in English. Being your son is studying in a public school or maybe in a convent school or any kind of school where English is compulsory, you are not allowed to speak in Hindi or Punjabi or any kind of regional language. We should give a freedom to the learners to express their feelings in any language. And of course, the standard curriculum instruction is English because it's a universal, adopted by most of the countries, because we have to create a global graduate. We have to develop a global graduate. If I will do engineering in Hindi, no doubt, I'll be comfortable doing engineering. But tomorrow, if I'll get my scope or chance to go abroad to do serve or to make my nation pride, I think again, I have a challenge to get myself to get vocabulary. Learning English is not difficult. I can join any speaking course, 6 months, but my 4 years curriculum, my engineering vocabulary, which I learned in Hindi, cannot be converted in 6 months in a English speaking course. English speaking course is only how to speak in English. Tell your name, tell you about yourself, tell about your parents. But what about your technology? What I learned technology in my language, regional language, I cannot translate within overnight to the English. So we should go parallelly. Of course, regional language should give an equal weightage to school level, and to the higher education, we should keep that English should be the one of the prime instruction medium. And side by side, of course, we can have regional languages, and it's a good initiative. I don't deny it, but it will take years and years when our language is accepted, adopted by some other countries also. As of now, 35 countries, Hindi speaking countries, not Hindi written or Hindi reading countries. Speaking countries are there, 35 countries English Hindi speaking. But what about the content has to be written as well as to read? Otherwise, you will get challenges in the research, publications, patents, many things. So anyhow, it's a good move, but we have to go in a very balanced way.
Exactly, because India is a country of unity and diversity with lot of languages. We are not, because that I think, and when you're taking for a global opportunity, English will be the medium. And as Sir has mentioned, a great visionary point is that the school level education, where the regional language can be imparted in a better way. That is the main, I think it's a sole crust of this discussion with this topic of regional language, that school level.
Yeah.
Then, sir, regarding the future of technical education, as you have mentioned, like electrical vehicles are coming, then artificial intelligence, like it's a blended thing of interdisciplinary concepts are coming into picture. So what will be the future of engineering education in India, according to you, your vision?
Not only engineering education, in fact, the future of the whole education is always bright or brighter or brightest as it is. Reason is very simple. Still, you see the literacy. It is a techno-literacy is too thin layer. Although even the basic literacy rate, the schooling, the primary level literacy rate, we could not achieve 100%. I don't think any country, not only my country. Yes, some particular district or some particular state could sometime achieved it. It is a really matter of pride for that state or district. And when you talk about the literacy of the techno-literacy rate and the technology, end of the day, every human is using the applications of all technologies. You know, you're also using air conditioner, I'm using air conditioner. You're watching television, I'm watching television. You're also having a smartphone, I too have a smartphone. But you all are not even BTech. We're not supposed to be BTech all to use a smartphone, to use a computer. But that minimum literacy of this technology's features, we must have it. Driving a car and driving today's a smart car or upcoming electric vehicle, I think we need some skill test. I think we need some driving schools as well as. Till date in my country, there is no culture of driving school. Your parents helping you to be learn, you go, clear your test, you get your license. But outside India, it's not that. You have to make sure that you have solo drive for these many kilometers or these many hours so that you will get a G, like a G1, G2, G3. These are the variations of the licenses. It is going to become in India. So technical education is always a superior. Reason being, every human or mankind who's living in this techno world should have a taste of that. And they can get benefited until unless they knows about the features, applications, explorations of that. Before COVID, tell me how many school teachers are knowing how to open a Gmail. And after COVID, blessings to disguise. How many teachers do understand Zoom meeting? Though never seen the laptop, never seen the mobile phone other than WhatsApp or TikTok or your simple WeChat, they shifted to Google Meet, MS Teams. This is what. They are not going to get the diploma or degree certificate. They are the engineers, but they are tech savvy. So tech savvy is one thing, and technical education is a dream of all parents, because more sound you are technologically, I think you can never fail in your life. You can make your bread and butter anywhere. But other kind of field, until unless you have a proper, suppose I will talk in law, you get your law degree, but same day you cannot start your practice until unless you work under mentor of one good lawyer, or you get qualified your judiciary exams. Similarly for doctor, you complete MBBS. Can you open the clinic next day? You can't. Can you apply the surgery? No way. You have to have some internships, you have training under this. But if you completed a degree today, or even you not completed a degree, still you can repair your fan at home, being electrical engineer. You can do the winding of the transformer. You can do the troubleshooting. You can start your own IT, on a laptop IT company. Like you can start web designing. You can start creating apps. Do we require any senior to be make under working? This is the beauty of technical education. The most you are learning, you become independent. And even without completing a degree, you will become a bread and butter earner for your family. And this is what happening in the many cases. But some of the professions, okay, CA, until unless you get a final CA certification, you can't use your stamp. And you may be studying from last 6 years or 10 years. But till date, you get registered yourself in the Chartered Accountant Society, you can't take a single penny to be saying that I'm attesting your documents. But for engineering, it's not that scenario, I believe.
Yeah, beautifully said. As engineering education, I mean, the BTech or BE degree can be blend with anything. You can go for management, you can go for MTech, MS or abroad, and there is no need for getting a license of practicing in abroad also. But in the case of the other, it is quite difficult. And nowadays we are in a technologically updated version where technology is a part of our life. So thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable time in this late evening with this forum life made up of questions. As I'm doing these interactions with a lot of educationalists, researchers, and people like visionaries like you should be there to share your visions with the students and the faculty, which will be enriching the young minds for a better India. Because as you have mentioned, in India, we are having huge manpower and resources, which has to be utilized with the help of digital divide. Now we are going for a transformation, like innovative transformation of digital India with all the resources. I think we can make India a better India with the support of all the citizens together. Whether I am from Kerala, you are from Punjab, we are all from India. So togetherly, I think with the vision of NEP 2020, like new education policy, Indian education will be one of the prime and pride in the world. So thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable vision and time with me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.